Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Future I. Dear students, in this class I am going to explain Model Question Paper 1 which is officially released by KSEE Board. This question paper definitely helps for your annual examination. Hence, kindly note down all problems with solution and practice well. Before going to question section, there is a request from my side. Still, if you have not subscribed for my channel, kindly subscribe and share the video. Now let us move on to the question section. First one, if a pair of linear equations 3x plus 2ky equals to 2 and 2x plus 5y plus 1 equals to 0 are parallel to each other, then the value of k. Given options are 15 by 4, 3 by 2, 5 and 4 by 15. Children, understand the problem. In this problem, they have given two equations and they are saying these two equations are parallel. Now we have to find the value of k. To find the value of k, we have to find the ratios of a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. But before that, we have to check whether the given equations are in standard form or not. Here, the first equation is not in standard form. Hence, these two transfer this side. So we get this one. Second equation is in standard form. Now let us find the values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. Here a1 value is 3, b1 value is 2k, c1 value is minus 2, a2 value is 2, b2 value is 5, c2 value is 1. Now let us find the ratios. a1 by a2 is 3 by 2, b1 by b2 is 2k by 5 and c1 by c2 is minus 2 by 1. Now they said in the problem lines are parallel to each other. If lines are parallel to each other, these two ratios will be equal. I mean a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2. Hence, let us take these two ratios and you must take these two ratios only. So now let us do the cross multiplication. 3 multiplied to 5 we get 15 and 2 multiplied to 2k we get 4k. Now this multiplication for transfer this side we get 15 by 4 which equals to k. Now our correct answer is option A, that is 15 by 4. Move on to the next problem. The pair of equations 2x minus 5y plus 4 equals to 0 and 2x plus y minus 8 equals to 0 has exactly two solutions, infinitely many solutions, a unique solution, no solution. To get answer for this, we have to find again ratios. So before going to find ratios, we have to check whether given equations are in standard form or not. Here, both the equations are in standard form. Hence, let us find the values. a1 is 2, b1 is minus 5, c1 is 4. Similarly, a2 is 2, b2 is 1, c2 is minus 8. Now let us find ratios. a1 by a2 is 2 by 2 and here 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we get 1. Next b1 by b2 we get minus 5 by 1 and here minus 5 by 1 gives minus 5 itself. Next c1 by c2 that is 4 by minus 8. We can cancel here 4 ones and 4 2s. Answer is 1 by minus 2. Now compare all ratios. Here 1, here minus 5 and here 1 by minus 2. All ratios are different. Hence, look at this table. So, first one is related to this. So, here first ratio is not equals to second ratio. Hence, no need to find for C1 and C2. So, when A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2, we have exactly one solution. Now go through options. So you may confuse here. See the word how they used exactly two solutions. So as you see the word exactly, you will go for option A. That is wrong. So correct answer is a unique solution. Unique solution means it has exactly one solution. Hence option C is correct one. Move on to the next one. The values of x and y when a point lies on the linear equation 2x minus 3y equals to 12. Options: x equals to 0, y equals to minus 3, x equals to 2, y equals to 3. 3 minus 2 minus 2 plus 3. Now, to get the answer, consider the given equation and in the place of x and y, substitute the values. Consider the given equation, that is 2x minus 3y equals to 12. Now, if you substitute x 0 and y minus 3, you will not get LHS equals to RHS. Hence, option A is not correct. Similarly, if you substitute 2 and 3 in the place of x and y, it also doesn't give answer. Now substitute x3 and y is minus 2 and check the answer. See, in the place of x here I substituted 3 and in the place of y I substituted minus 2. Now let us simplify. Multiply 2 3 is a 6 we get, and here minus into minus is plus, 3 2 is a 6. Now 6 plus 6 gives 12. Now 12 equals to 12, that is LHS equals to RHS. Hence our correct option is C, that is x equals to 3 and y equals to minus 2. Hence no need to go for option D, so that obviously wrong. Move on to the next one. Identify the wrong statement with respect to a pair of linear equations. A1. If lines are parallel, there is no solution. If the lines are perpendicular to each other, there is no solution. Many solutions if lines coincide each other. A unique solution if they intersect. So in this problem, what we have to do is we have to identify the wrong statement. See, first one is exactly correct. Lines are parallel means there is no solution. B1, lines are perpendicular to each other. If the lines are perpendicular to each other, they are saying there is no solution. Let me check that. See, first one. So parallel means no solution. As I said, it is correct. See the option C, many solutions. So many solution for coincident lines. Yes, option C also correct. A unique solution if they intersect. This is also correct. Intersecting lines have exactly one solution. Hence, the correct answer for this is, that is option B. Option B is wrong. So let me explain through graph also. See, they are saying the lines are perpendicular to each other. Here, two green lines are intersecting perpendicularly each other. Means they are intersecting here. If they intersect, they must have unique solutions, but they are saying it is no solution. Hence, option B is wrong. Means for this question, it is the correct option. Move on to the next one. The 10th term of an arithmetic progression -3, -1, 1, 3, so on is 20, 21, -15, 15. So to find the 10th term, let us identify A, D and N value. A value is always the first term. Let us find D. A2 minus A1. Be careful children, this is A2 minus 1. This minus will be as it is, which is there in the formula, and this is the first term minus 1. Now let us multiply signs first. Minus into minus is plus 3. I mean -1 plus 3. Subtract this, we get plus 2. Now N value is 10 because we are going to find 10th term. Now we need to find 10th term. 10th term generally we can write like A plus 9D. Substitute the values here. D value we have got here 2. Now multiply these two. 9 2s are 18. I mean -3 plus 18 gives answer is 50. Hence correct option is D. Move on to the next one. The nth term of an arithmetic progression is given by an equals to 7 minus 4n. Then the common difference is. Children, here nth term is given and asking to find D value. So for that we have to find first term and then second term, and then we can find D value. Before that, let us see the options. 4, -4, 3, -3. Consider the nth term. This is the nth term. Now substitute 1 in the place of n to find first term. So here I substituted 1. Now multiply 4 ones are 4. Now subtract 7 minus 4 gives 3. This is first term. Now let us find the second term. For that, in the place of n here, let me substitute 2. Now 4 2s are 8. We get 7 minus 8. 7 minus 8 gives -1 is the answer. Now we have here A1 value and A2 value. Now we can find D. So D is A2 minus A1. A2 is -1 and A1 is 3. Now -1 minus 3 gives -4. So the correct option is B, -4. Move on to the next question. If 4A, B, 28 are in arithmetic progression, then the value of B is. Options are 20, 19, 23, 12. Children, understand the problem. Here it is the given arithmetic progression. In this we need to find B value. So whatever we do for this problem, we have to go from first term and the fourth term itself. So A is given, that is the 4, and fourth term is 28. So generally fourth term we can write it as A plus 3D equals to 28. I mean fourth term we can write it as A plus 3D. So here in this place, let me write A plus 3D, so which equals to 28. So A value is 4. Here substitute A value is 4. Now this 4 you transfer this side, we get 28 minus 4. Now subtract this, we get 24. Now this 3 transfer this side, we get 24 by 3. Now let us simplify this. 3 ones are and 3 8s are 24. Therefore D value is 8. Now we can find B value. Children, mind it, they asked in this problem to find the B value. B is third term. So to find third term we need A and D value. A value they given, D value they have not given. Hence we have found D value. Now to find B value, we have to write third term generally. So third term we can write it as A plus 2D. This, now let us substitute the values. A value is 4 and D value is 8. Now multiply this. To 8 the 60. So 4 plus 16 gives 20. Therefore correct option is A, 20. Move on to the next problem. Two arithmetic progressions has the same common difference. If the first term of the first progression is 3 and that of the other is 8, the difference between their third term is. Children, understand the problem well here. They are talking about two arithmetic progressions. In both the arithmetic progression, D is same. Common difference is same. So first term of first progression is 3 and the first term of second progression is 8. Now what we have to find is difference of their third terms. So to find the difference of third terms, we have to find the third term of the first AP and third term of the second AP. That is very important. So before that, let's see the options 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now let us find the third term of first AP. So in first AP, first term is given, children, that is A equals to 3. And they said common difference for both is same. Hence let me take here D equals to D itself. Now let me find third term. So third term generally we can write as A plus 2D. So in the place of A substitute 3, we get 3 plus 2D. Similarly, let me find third term for second AP. So here first term is 8 and D, let it be D itself. Let me find A third. So A plus 2D. In this, let me substitute A value. I'll get 8 plus 2D. Now understand well. So this is the third term of second AP and this is the third term of first AP. Now subtract these two. It gives our answer. That is only they are asking to find difference between their third term. So take the second term 8 plus 2D. In this subtract the first term. And don't forget to maintain the bracket here because it is binomial. Now multiply this. Minus into 3 is minus 3 and minus into plus 2D is minus 2D. Now here plus 2D minus 2D get cancelled. We left out with 8 minus 3, which gives our answer is 5. That is option D. Move on to the next problem. The sum of first n terms of an arithmetic progression is given by the formula Sn is equals to 3n square plus n. Then its third term is. Options are 14, 16, 22, 42. Children, understand the problem. Here they have given nth term of sum finding formula. Nth term of sum finding formula of arithmetic progression. We need to find the third term. So for that, first find S1. So to find S1 in the place of n, substitute 1. See here I substituted 1, I got 1 square and here 1. Now 1 square means that gives 1 only in this place. So 1 into 3, here we get 3 only. So 3 plus 1. So 3 plus 1 gives 4. So this is S1, sum of one term. So one term, how can you add it? One term you cannot be added. Hence S1 is nothing but the value of A. This is very important to understand. S1 is nothing but the value of A. Next, let us find the sum of two terms. Hence, for n place, let me substitute 2. Now I substituted here 2 and here also 2. Now find 2 square value. What is 2 square value? I'll get 4. Now multiply 3 to 4, I'll get 12. So 12 plus 2, I'll get 14. Now understanding is very important. S1 is first term, A value, but 14 is not A2 value. So 14 is sum of first term and second term, means A1 plus A2 values 14. So hence A1 plus A2 equals to 14. Now A value we have got it here. So in the place of A substitute 4. So 4 plus A2 equals to 14. Now this 4 you transfer this side, we get minus 4, 14 minus 4. Now subtract this, we get 10. So 10 is the second term. Now we have to find third term. So now also cannot be found third term because we don't know D value. So now find D value. We can easily find D value because here we have A2 and here we have A. Now D equals to A2 minus A1, that is 10 minus 4 gives D value 6. Now we can find third term. Third term generally we can write it as A plus 2D. Substitute the values. A value is here 4 and D value is here 6. So we get this and now multiply this. 2 6 12. So 4 plus 12 gives answer is 16. So the correct option is B 16. Move on to the next problem. The constant term in the quadratic equation 3x square minus 3 into 2x minus 4 equals to 0 after reducing it to the standard form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 is options 3, 4, minus 12, plus 12. Children, understand the problem. Here they are asking to find the constant term for this equation. This equation is not in standard form. So first convert it into the standard form of quadratic equation. And what you will get it in the place of c. That is only constant term. C only the constant. Along with C no variable will be there. I hope you got it. So hence first consider the given equation and let me convert it into standard form. Now minus 3 multiplied to 2x. So 3 2s are 6. Hence we get minus 6x. And again minus 3 multiplied to minus 4. So minus into minus plus 3 4s are 12 we get. Now it is in standard form of quadratic equation. Now look at the place C. At the place of C, what is present? 12. So 12 is the constant. Hence that is option D. Move on to the next one. One root of quadratic equation 2x minus 3 x plus 5 equals to 0 is minus 5. Then the other root is, options are 5, minus 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 2 by 3. Understand the problem here. One root of this equation is minus 5. Children, I repeat, root in the sense solution of this equation. So this is quadratic equation but not in a standard form. It has two roots. One root is given, that is minus 5. We need to find another root. So for that, consider the given equation and convert it into standard form of quadratic equation. 2x multiplied to x, we get 2x square. Again 2x multiplied to 5, we get 10x. Now multiply minus 3 to x, we get minus 3x. Again minus 3 multiplied to 5, we get minus 15 equals to 0. Now don't subtract these terms, children. So it helps us to solve easily. Now make groups. These two terms and these two terms are grouped. And now take common factor in this. So here we can take 2x as common factor. And here we can take minus 3x is common factor. Here the same step is repeated here. So if you take 2x outside, we get x plus 5. And if you take minus 3 outside, we get x plus 5 equals to 0. Now again in this step, x plus 5 is common factor. Take x plus 5 is outside. So what is left out? So here 2x will be left out and here minus 3 will be left out. That we have written here. Now this 0 is present for this as well as for this term. Now we can write x plus 5 equals to 0 or 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now this plus 5 transfer this side, it becomes minus 5, and first transfer 3 this side, it becomes plus 3, and this into 2 transfer this side, it will become to the denominator as 2. Now look at the answers. So here x equals to minus 5 and here x equals to 3 by 2. And in the problem they clearly said one equation is minus 5. So this is only the one answer. And another answer will be 3 by 2. So that is option C, 3 by 2. Move on to the next problem. The nature of the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 2x plus 1 equals to 0 are real and equal, real, rational and distinct, real, irrational and distinct, complex. So here we have to say nature of the roots of this equation. So to say nature of the roots, we have to find discriminant value. So for that first we have to check whether the given equation is in standard form or not. So it is in standard form, hence let us identify A, B, C values. So A value is 1, B value is minus 2, C value is 1. So let us consider discriminant finding formula, that is D equals to B square minus 4AC. Now substitute the values. B values minus 2, hence we get here minus 2 square, and in this place we get minus 4 into 1 into 1. Now minus 2 whole square means we get plus 4, and here also we get plus 4 only. So 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4 only. So we get 4 minus 4. So 4 minus 4 is equals to 0. Means here D is equals to 0. When D is 0, definitely it must have real and equal roots. Hence option A is correct. Real and equal. Move on to the next problem. The sum of the squares of two consecutive odd numbers is 394. The mathematical equation for the above statement is, given options are x square plus x plus 1 whole square equals to 394, x square plus x plus 2 whole square equals to 394, x plus 1 whole square plus x plus 2 whole square equals to 394, x plus 2 whole square equals to 394. Understand the problem first. The sum of squares of two consecutive odd numbers. So consecutive means which is continuous, and odd number means you know that which are ending with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, just like that. But here we don't know the two consecutive odd numbers. So first number you take it as x. If the first number is x means, so next number is x plus 2. Means for x you wanted to add 2. See, for example, one odd number is 3. So next odd number will be 5. How you are getting 5? For 3 you are adding 2. Hence if you take one number x as odd, the next number to get we have to add 2 for this number. Now square of these two numbers. So x square is x square. If you make square for x plus 2, we get x plus 2 whole square. And then you have to make sum of these two. See, x square plus x plus 2 whole square equals to 394. So this is our required mathematical equation. So which is related to option B. This. Move on to the next one. In the given figure, angle B equals to 90 degree, AB equals to 6 centimeter, BC equals to 8 centimeter, AC equals to 10 centimeter, then the value of sine 90 minus theta is, options are 6 by 10, B 10 by 6, C 10 by 8, D 8 by 10. Very simple problem. Understand the problem first. So in this figure, angle B is 90 degree, AB is 6 centimeter, BC is 8 centimeter and AC is 10 centimeter. Now which value we have to find? That is sine 90 minus theta. So sine 90 minus theta we can write it as cos theta. So that is very important. So we are using complementary angle formula. So sine 90 minus theta we can write it as cos theta. So now which is the reference angle? Theta is reference angle. So its opposite side is this. This is called perpendicular, otherwise opposite side. And this is the base or adjacent side. And this is hypotenuse, it never changes. Now what is the ratio of cos theta? That is base by hypotenuse. I mean for this figure, BC by AC. What is the value of BC? So that is here 8. What is the value of AC? That is 10. So answer is 8 by 10. So correct option is D. Move on to the next problem. If 2 sine 2 theta equals to root 3, then the value of theta is, options are 90 degree, 60 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree. So first consider the given equation what they have given. So in this multiplication to transfer this side, we get in denominator as root 3 by 2. Now for sine how many degree gives the value root 3 by 2? So that is sine 60 degree. Hence in this place I can substitute sine 60 degree. Now sine is present on right side as well as on left hand side. So hence we can remove off the signs and we can write only 2 theta equals to 60 degree. Now these two transfer this side, it becomes to the denominator and we can cancel here 2 ones are, and to how much the 60? To 30 is a 60. Therefore theta is equals to 30 degree. Hence correct option is C. Move on to the next one. In a circle with center O, AC is a tangent at A. If OC equals to 4 centimeter and angle ACO equals to 30 degree, then the radius of the circle is, options are root 3 centimeter, 4 root 3 centimeter, 2 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Understand the problem here. There is a circle with center O and AC is the tangent and OC is given 4 centimeter and ACO angle is 30 degree. What we have to find is OA. Now carefully observe. OC is hypotenuse and if 30 is reference angle, this is perpendicular, I mean opposite side, and this is the base and this is hypotenuse. Now hypotenuse value given, we need to find perpendicular value, I mean opposite side value we have to find. Now perpendicular and hypotenuse is related to which ratio? That is very important, that you wanted to identify. So perpendicular and hypotenuse is related to sine theta. So hence consider the given angle and this we can write it as sine 30 degree is equals to opposite side OA by hypotenuse is OC. So in the place of OA, I mean OA only we wanted to find, OA let it be as it is. So OC is given 4 and sine 30 degree value we know that that is 1 by 2. Substitute all these values. Sine 30 is 1 by 2, OA we need to find, OC is 4. Now let us do the cross multiplication. 2 into OA is 2OA, 1 into 4 is 4. Now this 2 transfer this side, we get it in denominator. Now we can cancel this to 1s and 2 2s. Therefore OA equals to 2 centimeter. That is option C, 2 centimeter. Move on to the next problem. If sin theta equals to x by y, then cos theta is option A, y by root over y square minus x square, y by x, x by root over x square minus y square minus x square, children. So D is root over y square minus x square by y. So if you look at this problem, you may feel this is as difficult. It's not like that. So for that, consider one right triangle, and sin theta is related to perpendicular and by hypotenuse. So I have taken this as a reference angle. So if you want to take A as, you can take it as reference angle. That's your wish. Now if this is a reference angle, this side is perpendicular, otherwise opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse. Hence perpendicular value I have given x and hypotenuse value I have given y. Now which value we wanted to find? We wanted to find cos theta. So cos ratio is base by hypotenuse. So this is the base, otherwise adjacent side. So we don't know adjacent side to write cos theta, but we know the hypotenuse, that is y. So first to find base value, means BC value we have to find here first. So for that we have to use Pythagoras concept. So here hypotenuse is AC, hence AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So AC value is y, hence we get y square. AB value is, hence we get x square. BC, let it be as it is. Now this x square you transfer this side, we get that y square minus x square. Now this square you transfer this side, we get it as root. So root y square minus x square equals to BC. Now we have got BC value, that is y square minus x square. Hence you write off here in the place of BC. Now we can easily write cos theta value. So what is the cos ratio? That is as I said, base by hypotenuse. So base is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So substitute the values. So BC value just now we have found, that is root over y square minus x square, and AC value is y, hence write y. Now look at the option, which is the correct option. So that is option D. So this. Move on to the next one, children. If sin A plus sin square A equals to 1, then the value of cos square plus cos raised to the power of 4A is 1 by 2, 2, 3, 1. So this is quite difficult one. Means it takes much time to make you to understand. See, the given condition is what? So here sin A plus sin square A equals to 1. So consider that. And in this, find sin A value. So for that, sin square you transfer this side. We get, so 1 minus sin square A. Now in the place of 1 minus sin square A, we can write it as cos square A, because the first trigonometric identity, sin square A plus cos square A equals to 1. So if you keep cos square A as it is, and if you transfer sin square A, we get this. So hence in the place of 1 minus sin square A, we can substitute cos square A. Now what is the sin A value? That is cos square A. Now consider the thing which value we need to find. That is cos square A plus cos square A. Look at here, children. So here also actually A should be there. A is missing that. So cos square A, and here cos raised to the power of 4A, I can split it as cos square A into cos square A. Again, if you multiply this, you will get it cos raised to the power of 4A only, because when bases are same, we have to add the powers. Now in the place of cos square A, I can write sin A. Here also in the place of cos square A I can write sin A. Here also I can write sin A. See, I have written sin A, and here also sin A, sin A. Now multiply these. Sin A into sin A is sin square A. But look at the given condition. Sin A plus sin square A is 1. Hence in this place I can write 1. So correct option is D. This is option D is correct one. Move on to the next one. So if origin is the midpoint of the line joining of the point A 4, minus 6 and B A, B, the values of A and B are equal to, given options are A equals to 4, B equals to 6, A equals to minus 4, B equals to minus 6, A equals to minus 4, B equals to 6, A equals to 6 and B equals to 4. Children, understand the problem thus. If origin is the midpoint of the line joining these points, so to make you to understand, I have taken a line segment here, and this is the line joining these points, point A and point B. And in this line, origin is the midpoint. So origin, I have taken this as the origin, and origin coordinates will be what? That is 0, 0. For example, let me draw here y axis, and this is the x axis, and one line is passing like this. This is only, we call it as AB, and this line is passes through the origin, passes through this point. So origin coordinates are 0, 0, and origin is also the midpoint for this. They are only saying origin is the midpoint. Have you got it, my point? So now this point is origin, hence we have got coordinates 0, 0, and this point is also the midpoint of AB. Hence we have to use section formula. In section formula, second one, when a point dividing a line segment into two equal parts, in that case we use x comma y equals to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. That we have to use, this formula. And in the place of x comma y, these are only x comma y, 0, 0. Substitute here 0, 0, and here x1. So this is the x1. So 4 we substituted. X2 is this. A I substituted. Denominator 2 is as it is. Y1. So y1 is minus 6. I substituted minus 6 here. Y2 is B. I substituted B, and in denominator 2 is as it is. Now here two coordinates are equal. This is one coordinate and these two are another coordinates. When two coordinates are equal, its abscissa and ordinates will be equal to one another. Hence 0 is equals to this, and this 0 equals to this. Hence now I can write it 0 equals to 4 plus a by 2, and let me simplify here. So for that, let me do the cross multiplication. 0 into 2 is 0 only. So 1 into 4 plus a is 4 plus a only I'll get. And 0 is equals to 4 plus a. Now this 4 you transfer this side, children, it will become minus 4. Therefore a value I have got minus 4. Similarly, let me do for this. 0 is belongs to this. So 0 equals to minus 6 plus b by 2. Now let me do the cross multiplication. 0 into 2 is 0. And anything is multiplied by 1, we get the same thing. Means 0 equals to minus 6 plus. Now this minus 6 transfer this side, we get plus 6. Therefore b value is plus 6. So a is minus 4 and b is 6. Hence the correct option is C. So here I have written. So this is the correct option. Move on to the next one, children. The distance between the points A, x1, y1 and B, x2, y2 is given by the formula. So this is A1, D equals to root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and this is x1 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus y2 whole square, and here root over x1 minus y2 whole square plus x2 minus y2 whole square, and here root over x2 minus x1 plus y2 plus y1. So here directly we can find the answer. So first one is the correct option. So and this is the formula to find distance between any two points when the coordinates are x1 y1 and x2 y2. In case if they have given as a1 b1 and here a2 b2 means in that case wherever, so x2 is there, x1 y2 y1 is there, in that place we wanted to replace a1 a2 b1 and b2. That you have to keep in your mind. So option A is correct one. Move on to the next one, 21st. If the points A 1, 2, O 0, 0 and C A, B are collinear, then A equals to B, B equals to 2A, A equals to 2B, A plus B equals to 0. So in this problem, coordinates of 3 points given and they are saying all 3 points are collinear. So collinear means all these 3 points will be lying on a same straight line. Now what we have to find is, if these 3 points are collinear, then what could be the relation? So for that we have to use area of triangle finding formula, children. So for that first we wanted to identify the values. So this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, and this is x3, and this is y3. So I have identified the values. X1 is 1, y1 is 2, x2 is 0, y2 is also 0, x3 is A, y3 is B. Now consider area of triangle finding formula, that is half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Now substitute the values, children. And one more very important thing is area of triangle will be equals to 0. This is only very important thing. When 3 points are collinear, area of triangle will be equals to 0. Very, very important. So half is as it is in the place of x1, 1, y2 value is 0. So substituted 0. y3 value is b, and x2 is 0. x2 is 0 here, and y3 is b minus y1 minus 2. So x3 is A, y1 is 2, and y2 is, so here 0. So all values substituted. Now let us simplify this, children. So 0 minus b means minus b. 1 is multiplied to minus b, we get minus b only here. Now see, 0 is there here. Anything is multiplied by, in this place we get 0 only. Because 0 is multiplied by anything, we get 0. So we have written here 0, and here 2 minus 0 is 2 we get. So A multiplied to 2, we get 2A. Now let us simplify this. So here minus B plus 2A is there. So we get 2A minus B, otherwise minus B plus 2A, however you can write. So we get 2A minus B, and in denominator 2. Now here nothing means 1 will be there. Do the cross multiplication. 0 into 2 is 2, and 1 multiplied to this full thing. Anything is multiplied by 1, we get 1 only. So 0 is equals to 2A minus B. Now this minus B transfer this side, minus B transfer this side, this one. So it will become plus B. Means now B is equals to 2A. Now where is that option? That is option B. This one, B equals to 2A. Move on to the next one. In the graph given, the length of AB is, this is very, very simple. So here is A, children. here is A, and here is B. So what is the length of AB now? Now start from A. So from here to here 1 unit, from here to here 2 units, and here to here another unit. Total 3 units there. So correct option is C. 3 units. Very simple one it is. Move on to the next one. A student scored 65 marks in first language, 50 marks in science, 55 marks in social science, and some marks in mathematics. We don't know how much is the marks in mathematics. If the average marks scored by him in all 4 subjects is 60. This 60 is the average marks scored in all the subjects. Then the marks scored by him in mathematics. So we need to find how much marks he scored in mathematics. Options are 65, 60, 50 and 70. Children, this problem is related to average problem. In 9th standard you have studied one formula of average. So that is x bar is equals to sum of observations divided by number of observations. That formula you have to use it here. So x bar is equals to sum of observation divided by number of observations. So sum of observations, how many observations are there? Means how many marks are there? 1, 2, 3 and the 4th one we don't know. That you wanted to take it as x. And number of observations, how many are there? 4 are there. I hope you have got it. And x bar, this is average symbol and average is given 60. Hence in this place you substitute 60. So we get that here 60 and here I am adding all 3 numbers and which number we don't know, that also I added. Means we are adding 4 numbers. And how we got here 4 means we are adding 4 numbers. So hence we have got it in the denominator 4. I repeat again children, sum of the observation means all 4 marks I am adding. Maths I don't know, that I have written it as x is. So number of observation means how many you are adding. So 4 I am adding it. That's all. So next let us do the cross multiplication for this children. Here nothing means 1 will be there. And 60 into 4 we have to do. 6 4s are 24. So 240 we get. And add all these 3 numbers. So 65 plus 50 plus 55. So 50 and 55 is 105. 105 plus 65 is 170. Isn't it? Yes. So we get 170 plus x. I mean this full 170 plus x. Because here 1 was there. Anything is multiplied by 1 we get the same thing. And 60 multiplied to 4 we get 240. Now this 170 transfer this side. We get 240 minus 170. So that is 70 degree. Therefore x is 70. That is related to option D. Move on to the next one. The empirical relation between the 3 central tendencies is. So central tendencies, measure of central tendencies. Which are the measure of central tendencies? That is only mean, mode and median. These 3 are the measure of central tendencies. That empirical formula we have to write. So for this year annual exam, definitely one problem will be there on empirical formula. However, they may ask. Okay, so here options are 3 median is equals to mod plus 2 mean, and B1 is 2 mean equals to mod plus 3 median, 2 median equals to 2 mod plus 3 mean, mod is equals to 3 mean minus median. So correct option is A children. So by heart this formula very well. So 3 median is equals to mod plus 2 mean. So option A is the correct one. Move on to the next one. In the given frequency distribution table, the median class is. This is the given table. So first column is for class interval and another one is for frequency. Given options are 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 0 to 10. Children, whenever you are going to find median class, so first of all you wanted to find cumulative frequency. So first column and second column you write it as it is. So just like this, first column is the class interval and second column is the frequency. Now add all these frequencies. So if you add all this, we get sigma f, and sigma f is also called capital N, which is equals to 60. Now let us write the cumulative frequency. So for that, first number you write as it is here 5, and next this 5 add to 8, so we get 13, and 13 add to 12, we get 25, 25 add to 15, we get 40, 40 add to 20, we get 60. Next, look at here, n value 60. Find n by 2. So n value 60, 60 by 2, we get 30. So here 2 ones and 2, 30 is a 60. So we get 30. Now understanding is very important. See, in first class interval, the numbers present from 1 to 5. In the second class interval, from 6 to 13 will be there. So up to 5 it has ended here. In second class interval, it begins from 6 and it will end at 13. And in the third class interval, it starts from 14 and it will end at 25. And in the fourth class interval, it starts from 26 and end at 40. So our n by 2 value 30 lies in this column. In this row it lies. Understood? Hence, you mark a table just like this. And now identify the median class. So this is only the median class. So this 30 to 40. So 30 to 40 is the correct answer. Move on to the next one, children. 26th one. In the triangle ABC, it is given that AB by AC equals to BD by CD. If angle B equals to 70 degree, angle C equals to 50 degree, then angle BAD is 30 degree, 40 degree, 45 degree, 50 degree. And it is the given figure, children, and understand properly here. See, two ratios are equal. Which are those ratios in the figure? Try to identify that. I mean this, AB by AC equals to BD by CD. This is AB. AB by AC and BD by CD means these corresponding sides are equal. AC equals to AB equals to AC and BD equals to CD. These ratios are equal, and these angles given, B is given and C is given. Which angle we wanted to find? BAD. BAD means this angle we wanted to find. So directly we cannot find this. See, in this triangle we have other two triangles. This is this ABD, this left side triangle, and ACD, this right side triangle. These two triangles are congruent. Why? Because see, they have said that AB equals to AC, they have only given here, and BD equals to CD, and AD is the common side. I repeat again, this is equals to this, and BD equals to CD, and this is the common side. Hence, according to SSS congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. When triangles are congruent, all its corresponding sides and corresponding angles will be equal. So here I am considering only angles. I mean these two angles, BAD. Actually wanted to find this angle measurement only. So this angle will be equals to this angle. I mean CAD angles, because CPC. Now take the main triangle, ABC triangle. In triangle ABC, three angles are here. See, angle A, angle B, and angle C. So all three angle sum is 180, because angle sum property of triangle. Now substitute the values. B we know, C we know. So find A value now. So A write as it is, B value is 70, C value is 50, which equals to 180. Now add these two. 70 plus 50 degree is 120 degree. Now 120 degree you transfer this side, it becomes minus 120. Now subtract this, we get that 60 degree. A is 60 degree. I mean this angle is 60 degree now. But just now here we have proved these two angles are equal. This is equals to this. Hence BAD will be half of angle C. No, angle A, not C. Half of angle A. So angle A measurement is 60 degree. So here 2 ones and 2 threes. So 30 degree. So therefore BAD is equals to 30 degree. So correct option is A. So practice well this. So we have used actually 9th standard concept also here. So next let us move on to the another one. In the given figure, triangle ABC similar to triangle DEF. Angle ABC equals to angle DEF equals to 60 degree. Then the length of AC is, given options are 2.4 centimeter, 2.6 centimeter, 3.9, 3.2. So these are the given triangles and these two triangles are similar. And these two angles is 60 degree. And few measurements also they mentioned in the figure. This is 4.8, this is 6, this is 3, this is 1.3, this is 2.4. No need to solve this problem. If you just observe the figure, you can say of children. As I said, these two triangles are similar. Look at here, this is 3. When it is 3, its corresponding side it is 6 there. When it is 2.4, this is 4.2. When it is 1.3, this should be what? This is 2 times of this. All other sides are 2 times of DEF triangle sides. I mean sides of triangle ABC, 2 times of sides of triangle DEF. Hence, if you make if you multiply 2 to 1.3, what you will get? That will be AC measurement. Otherwise, if you want to do this, you wanted to do as when two similar triangles are there, its corresponding sides are proportional. So which is helpful for us? Let us take that. So these two are in decimals, don't take this. But there is no rule that you should not take, but don't take. So this we wanted to find, take this and this, as well as this and this you take. So just like this. BC by EF and AC by DF. Substitute the values now. So BC value is here 6, EF value is 3. AC value we need to find, DF value is here 1.3. Substitute the values here like this. Now let us do the cross multiplication, children. So multiply this 6 into 1.3. So 13 6 is 78. So 7.8 we get, and 3 multiply to AC, so we get 3 AC. So next this 3 multiply this side, it will become to the denominator. Let me simplify here. 3 1s and 3 2s are 6. 1 reminder, 1 take here. So before that point is there, keep the point. 18 will be there now. 6 is 18. So 2.6. So hence the correct option is B, 2.6 centimeter. Move on to the next one. 28. In triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. If AB is to AD equals to 5 is to 3, then the area of triangle ABC is to area of triangle ADE is 3 is to 5, 6 is to 10, 9 is to 25, 25 is to 9. So to make you to understand, let me draw a figure. Actually for this problem, figure is not given. So here I have taken a triangle ABC and DE is parallel to BC. And AB is to AD is 5, means so this full is 5 and AD this is 3. Now we have to write area of triangle ABC is to area of DEF. So here you wanted to understand one very important thing. See, when we draw DE is parallel to BC, triangle ABC, I mean this longer triangle, this longer triangle is similar to this smaller triangle, isn't it? How it is? So that is very important to understand, children. So here these two angles are equal because corresponding angle BD is a transversal and here EC will be transversal, hence these two are corresponding angles, and A will be common angle for both the triangles, hence A similarity criteria we can be used, hence these two triangles are similar. If triangles are similar, you have to use the theorem. The ratios of areas of two similar triangles is equals to squares of their corresponding sides. So now we wanted to find area of these two triangles only, isn't it? Hence area of these two triangles ratio is equals to square of their corresponding sides. So ABC, one side given AB, and ADE side is given, that is AD. So now substitute in this place AB by AD value. So that is 5 is to 3, we can write it as 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 whole square. So square is present for 5 as well as for 3. So 5 square means 25 and 3 square means 9. Now it is in division form, write off in ratio form. So 25 is to 9. Hence D is correct option. Move on to the next problem, children. In the given figure, angle ABC equals to 90 degree, BD perpendicular to AC, AB equals to 6 centimeter, BC equals to 8 centimeter, CA equals to 10 centimeter, then the length of AD is. So look at the figure and understand the problem. ABC is 90 degree, angle B is 90 degree, AD is perpendicular to AC, means this angle will be 90 degree and this angle also 90 degree. AB is 6, so this is 6, BC is 8, this is, and CA is 10, means AC is 10. What we have to find? We have to find the length of AD. This length we have to find. Only AD length we have to find. So given options are 6.3 centimeter, 3.63 and 4 centimeter. Now for this we have to use similarity of triangles concept. So these two triangles will become similar because, see, in triangle ABC we have drawn BD perpendicular to AC. Hence these two triangles are similar under AA similarity criterion. Why? Because in ABC triangle B is 90 degree. In ADB triangle this angle will be 90 degree, isn't it? So one pair of angle equal, and A is common angle for both the triangles. Hence under AA similarity criteria these two triangles are similar. Now let us write ratios in proportional form, and you know that when two triangles are similar, all its corresponding sides are in proportion. So which is helpful for us? Let us write that. So let me write AB by AD and AC by AB. So just like this, AB by AD equals to AC by AB. Now let us substitute the values, children. AB value is 6, AD value we need to find, hence let it be as it is. So AC value is 10 and AB value is 6 ohm. So substitute the values. So I have substituted values here. Now let us do the cross multiplication, children. So 6 into 6 is 36. AD into 10 is 10 AD. And later on 10 transfer this side, it comes to the denominator. Now 36 by 10. So it gives answer is 3.6 centimeter. So our correct answer is option D. Move on to the next one. The sides of some triangles are given below. Identify which does not form a right triangle. So options are 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 3, 8, 6, 7, 24, 25. So they are asking, so which measurement does not form right angle triangle? If you have the concept of Pythagorean triplets, easily we can write off. So here first let me write off the correct answer. This is. So how to check? So in the given sides, first you have to pick the longer side. So that is 8. So find square of that. So square of that equals to 3 square plus 6 square. So first you write equals only. We don't know whether it is not equal. First write equals only. Next 8 square is 64. Next 3 square means 9. 6 square means 36. Now the 64 you write as it is. Now add these two numbers. 9 plus 36 is not 64. It is 45. Hence later on you have to scratch off all these things. So now see 64 is not equals to 45. Hence this measurement never gives right angle triangle. So remaining all three gives. If you want, you check it. So move on to the next one. 4 statements are given below with respect to the tangents. The wrong statement is there are exactly two tangents can be drawn to circle from a point lying outside the circle. This is true, children. So from an external point we can be drawn only two tangents. So that is true. There is only one tangent passing through a point lying on a circle. So this is also true. If there is a point on a circle, through that point we can be drawn only one tangent. So next, only two tangents can be drawn from a point lying inside a circle. See, this is wrong. So here what they are saying is two tangents can be drawn from a point lying inside the circle. See, if point is lying inside the circle means tangent never be formed. Either point should be there on the circle or outside the circle. If it is on the circle, one tangent can be drawn. If it is outside the circle, two tangents can be drawn. So if it is inside the circle, so tangents cannot be drawn, but they are saying two tangents can be drawn. Hence, that is the wrong statement. So let's see the fourth one also. The length of tangents drawn from external point of a circle are equal. Yes, this is the theorem. So we proved that theorem also. The length of the tangents drawn from external point are equal. So all are correct except C. So hence C is correct answer for this. So move on to the next one. In the given figure, PA and PB are tangents to a circle with center O. PA is 5 centimeter. Angle APB is 60 degree. This is 60 degree, children, not 600. Then the length of chord AB is. So if you look at the figure easily, you can understand what all the things they have given. So AP and BP are tangents. So AP measurement given 5 centimeter and angle P is given 60 degree. Now we have to find chord length. So options are 5 root 2 centimeter, 5 root 3 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 5.2 centimeter. So to do this, see, if you go through the calculation, so it takes much time. So by mind, you can answer for this. See, AP is equals to BP because the tangents drawn from external points are equal. Now, angles opposites to equal sides are equal. Hence, these two angles should be equal. So if these two angles are equal means both should be 60 degree because then only it forms angle sum property. Otherwise, it cannot be triangle. So 60 plus 60, 120, 120 plus 60 is 180 degree. Okay. So now ABP is equiangular triangle. Very important. Equiangular triangle. Equiangular means in a triangle all angles are equal. And one more important thing, equiangular triangle is always equilateral triangle. Means in equilateral triangle all sides are equal. If this is 5 centimeter, this should be 5 centimeter and this should be 5 centimeter. Therefore AB is 5 centimeter. Correct option is D. But if you want to follow like this. So PA equals to PB equals to 5 centimeter because tangents drawn from external points are equal. Now if these two sides are equal means these two angles will be equal. As I said, angles opposite to equal sides of triangle are equal. Now let us use angle sum property for ABP triangle. Write all three angles. So PAB means this angle, ABP means this angle P is equals to 180 degree. Now let us substitute the values. PAB, we don't know, let it be PAB only. So ABP, in the place of ABP we can write PAB because here these two angles we have written equal. So P is 60 degree which equals to 120 degree. Now add these two angles. PAB plus PAB is 2 times of PAB which equals to 180 degree. This 60 you transfer this side, it becomes minus 60. Now subtract these two, we get 120 degree. And next here we can simplify. So 2 transfer this side, become to the denominator. So we get 2 ones and 2 60s. Therefore, angle PAB is equals to how many degree? 60 degree. Now see PAB we got 60 degree. PAB is 60 degree means PBA also 60 degree, because we have proved here these two are equal. So when these two are equal, as I said, it is equiangular triangle, and equiangular triangle is always equilateral triangle. Hence AB equals to BP equals to AP equals to 5 centimeter. Therefore option C is correct. Move on to the next one, children. The angle between the two radii of a circle is 130 degree. Then the angle between the tangents drawn at the ends of the radii is. Options are 65 degree, 40 degree, 70 degree, 50 degree. Children, figure is not given for this problem, so but we have to draw the suitable figure. So draw a circle, and angle between two radius of a circle is 130 degree. So two radii I have drawn, and angle between these two radii is 130 degree. Next, then angle between the tangents, means we have to draw two tangents, and angle between the tangents at the ends of radii means this angle we have to find now. So this also without calculations we can be done, children. So whenever they are asking angle between the radii by giving this angle, otherwise by giving angle between radii and asking this angle, you subtract the given measurement from 180 degree. That gives the answer. Otherwise, if you wanted to go through angle sum property of quadrilateral. See here, in 180, if you subtract 130 degree, we'll get 50 degree. This is the answer. Otherwise, we wanted to go through the angle sum property of quadrilateral, as I said. So write all four angles. R means R is here. So O means this angle. So Q means this angle, and P means this angle. Which angle we need to be found? So all four angle sum is 360 degree. So angle sum property of quadrilateral. Now let us substitute the values, children. R value. So R is 90 degree because tangent drawn through point of contact is perpendicular to radius. Tangent drawn to point of contact is perpendicular to the radius. That R is 90 degree. O is 130 degree. Q is 90 degree. P we need to find, write it as it is equals to 360 degree. Just like this. Now find sum of all this. 90 plus 130 is 220. So 220 add to 90 degree, we get 310 degree. This now 310 transfer this side, we get minus 310. Now subtract these two, we get 50 degree. So correct option is D, 50 degree. Move on to the next one. A student constructed a triangle ABC with sides AB equals to 5 cm, BC equals to 6.5 cm, and AC equals to 7 cm, and then constructed triangle ADE similar to triangle ABC such that each of its sides are 7 by 5. Children, in the question paper they have given 5 by 7. If you take 5 by 7, you never get the answer. That is wrong one. Of the corresponding sides of triangle ABC, the length of AD and AE obtained by calculations are respectively equal to 7 cm and 9.8 cm, 3.4 cm and 6.5 cm, 6.5 cm, 9.8 cm, 10 cm and 11.5 cm. Children, understand the problem. There is a student constructed triangle ABC with the measurements AB is 5, BC is 6.5 and AC is 7 cm. Means this triangle they constructed. So firstly they constructed this triangle. Next, similar to this triangle, he constructed triangle AD, means which is looking outside, such that each of its sides are 7 by 5 of the corresponding sides. See, if you take 5 by 7, you know what happens. To take 5 by 7, which triangle you constructed here, you will get lesser than that triangle, means smaller than that triangle, means inside this you will get just like this. So hence that goes wrong. So 7 by 5 you wanted to take. Now what we wanted to find, the length of AD and AE obtained by calculation. So AD length we wanted to find, AE length we wanted to find. So AD length will be 7 by 5 of AC. So 7 by 5 is the given ratio. So 7 by 5 of AC. So AC measurement we know they have mentioned here 7. So hence in the place of AC here substitute 7. So 7 by 5 into 7. So now multiply 7 into 7 is 49. So 5 write as it is. 5 ones are 5 9s are 45. Key point 4 is reminder. Take a 0. 40 that. So 8s. So 9.8 centimeter we get this. And similarly let me find for AE. AE also 7 by 5 times of AB. So AB value is given here 5. So 7 by 5 into 5. So here 5 and 5 gets cancelled. So we get 7. So 9.8 and 7 centimeter. So in which option it is present? So it is present in option A. So A is the correct one. Move on to the next one. O is the center of the circle. The length of tangent AB is 24 centimeter. If OA equals to 25 centimeter, the radius of the circle is 12 centimeter, 7 centimeter, 15 centimeter, 16 centimeter. Children, if you know Pythagorean triplets, directly you can answer. So 24, 25 and this could be what? Otherwise use Pythagoras theorem and find it, because it is 90 degree. AB is a tangent, as tangent drawn at the point of contact is perpendicular to the radius. So hence use the Pythagoras concept. So which is hypotenuse? So OA is hypotenuse because that is opposite to 90 degree. So OA square is equals to AB square plus OB square. Substitute the values now. So AO is 25, hence 25 square. AB 24, OB that is the radius. So we wanted to find that value only. So now 25 square means 625. 24 square means 576 plus OB square. So 576 transfer this side. We get minus 576. Subtract this, we get 49. Now square transfer this side, we get root. So root 49 has exact value, that is 7 centimeter. So OB is 7 centimeter. So this is the correct answer. So move on to the next one. The curved surface area of a cylinder of radius r centimeter and height h centimeter is. So formula I wanted to write, children. So 2 pi r into r plus h centimeter square. Pi r square h centimeter cube. See, they are asking for curved surface area. So unit, see what they have given. Centimeter cube given. Cannot be possible. Area should be in centimeter square because your measurements are in centimeter. And this also not possible. See, cube there. So these two not possible. And 2 pi r centimeter square. So what you wanted to find? Curved surface area. So curved surface area means D is the correct option. So A1 is total surface area of cylinder. So D1 is curved surface area. So this. So hence see, in surface area and volume chapter, by heart those formulas, definitely easily you can get 2 marks, children. So next one. See, this is also formula from that chapter itself. The relation between the slant height L, height H and radius of the cone R is. So L square equals to H square minus R square. L square equals to H square plus R square. H square equals to L square plus R square. And L is equals to root over H square minus R square. So correct option is hypotenuse square is equals to sum of squares of other two sides. This formula we have got from Pythagorean concept only. So this is the correct option. See, this formula they can be asked like this also. So like this they may ask L square equals to R square plus H square. I mean, they may give this option, or else they may give like this R square equals to L square minus H square, or else they may give like this H square plus L square minus R square, or they may give like this also, L is equals to root over H square plus R square. So hence you must practice all these things very well. So move on to the next one. The surface area of a sphere is 616 square meter. The surface area of its hemisphere is. So given options are 205.6 centimeters square, 308 centimeters square, 1232 centimeters square, 38 centimeters square. So in this problem, surface area of sphere is given. So surface area means always total surface area only. So total surface area of sphere is given. So what is the formula we use to find total surface area of sphere? That is 4 pi r square. So hence 4 pi r square is equals to 616. What we wanted to find? Surface area of its hemisphere. I mean this hemisphere surface area only we wanted to find. See, now you will be in confusion. So I said surface area means total surface area. So here surface area of hemisphere means you will go to use the formula 3 pi r square. So if you use that formula here, you never get the answer. So you wanted to use 2 pi r square only. So hence, see in 2 pi r square is there. So hence here don't substitute pi value. Let it be in pi terms only. So just you transfer this 4 this side. We get it in denominator. Now simplify this. 4 ones are 4, 2 is remainder, 2 take here. Now 21 will be there. 4 5s are 21 is remainder. Now 16 will be there. So 4 we get. Means 154. So this is the value of pi r square. Why I found in terms of pi r square means here we can easily substitute. Otherwise, if you wanted to find radius and then you substitute, like that also it can be done, but there will be no time in your examination to do all those things. See, formula is 2 pi r square. So 2 write as it is. Okay. See pi r square value. Now directly we can substitute 154. So multiply, we get the answer 308 centimeters square. So mind work also can be done. So full area 616 square meter means, so in this half is 318 centimeters square only. But be careful children, actually this question makes confusion. So surface area of hemisphere means usually we will use 3 pi r square, but that answer is not there here in the option. So hence we wanted to find 2 pi r square. So which is appropriate answer, always we wanted to go for that. I hope you got it. Move on to the next one. The perimeter of base of right circular cylinder is 44 centimeter. Means perimeter of circle is given. Means 2 pi r value is given. Height is 10 centimeter. Then its volume. So volume of cylinder finding formula we have to use. Given options are 490 pi centimeter cube, 440 pi centimeter cube, 374 pi centimeter cube, 980 pi centimeter cube. So first group the things what they given. H equals to 10 and circumference. Perimeter in the sense circumference here, because the perimeter of cylinder base, base of cylinder is in circle form. So its perimeter means circumference only given. So 2 pi r is equals to 44 centimeter. Substitute the values till 2 pi value is 22 by 7. R value we need to find, or let it be as it is, equals to 44. Now this 22 by 7 transfer this side, it will become 7 by 22, and 2 also transfer this side. That multiplication 2, if you transfer this side, it will become to the denominator just like this. And here 22 2s are 44. So this and this will get cancelled. Therefore R is equals to 7 centimeter. Now use volume of cylinder finding formula, that is pi r square h. See answers. Observe the options are in pi terms. So don't substitute pi value. Pi let it be as it is. In the place of r value we have got it here. Substitute that, and h value they have given, that is 10. Substitute r and h values. So we get this. So 7 into 7 is 49. 49 into 10 is 490 pi centimeter cube. So we are finding volume. So volume unit will be in cubic units. So correct option 490. So this option A is correct one. So move on to the next one. So prepare a cone from model clay. When wet, cut it with a knife parallel to its base. Remove the smaller cone obtained. The solid left is a. Simple question it is. Cylinder, cone, sphere, frustum of cone. So correct answer is frustum of cone. If you wanted to understand, first make cone with the help of clay, just like this, like first figure. Next, you wanted to cut exactly parallel to the base. Okay, now you will get two parts, this part and this part. This part is again cone, so you take out this part, and which part is left out, that part will be what that they are asking, that is frustum of cone. Dear students, to here we have successfully completed all 40 multiple choice questions of model question paper 1, which has been released by KSEE board. So practice very well, definitely it will be helpful for your examination. I hope you understood. So still, if you have not subscribed for my channel, kindly subscribe and share the video. Thank you.